Hi friends, it's Deanna Williston from Our Blooming Catholic Life, and one of my basement library finds was 24 Italian songs and arias. Why does that involve you? Look up here, it's for medium-low voice. Do you know who has a medium-low voice? Dun, dun, dun. It's the Dulcimer. Does have a medium-low voice. Now on vacation, I only brought my teardrop Dulcimer, and you can see from these handy dandy stickers, the only half it has is the 6.5 fret. So will it have enough frets to play this? The answer is no, because these are seriously Italian songs and arias, and they get a little bit wacky with some of the accidentals. But bear with me, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be pretty good. So why did I get this book? What was it that I saw in it? Well, what I saw, I'll pick that up again in a minute. And you may want to do this. You may be able to find some old songbooks. The one I found was a song we had to sing in college when I was a music major. Let's see if I can do this here. No. Let me try again. You know what? I know you're like Italian opera. This song is like "Oh Cruel Undeserving Love." But anyway, sounds like an Appalachian song, doesn't it? So that's the opening line to it, and you can see it's kind of haunting. It's perfect. So this is tuned in I believe the Aeolian mode, DAC, all of these were. So you could play around with it in different modes as well. Ooh, I can think of some that would be fun. But in the book, I also found a song called Virgin Tutu Amor. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. It's by Francesco Durante, in the 17th or 18th century. And it is a 12/8 rhythm. What's 12/8? An eighth note is going to get a beat, and there's 12 beats per measure. It's very much done in like a 1-2-3, 1-2-3, this song seems to be done in. So I'm not going to be playing the rhythm right at all. But it's a religious song, but it's using notes that we don't normally put together in our hymns. I'd show you my regular hymnal I use, but it's under the camera to hold it up. So let me just play some of these because it's different combinations than we normally do play. Haunting, right? So what's the meaning of this song? Well, here's where this particular book that I paid $1 for has a little bit of problem. I didn't write the page number down. It's very marked up. Pencil has been in here forever and it will not erase. Let's see. Here's the translation. Now, when I've looked up other translations online, they are not close to this. Why? I don't know a lot of Italian, but I could tell this wasn't exactly matching up. But it says here, like, Virgin, font of love, dear mother, thou of mercy, whose heart was riven, O hearken, Queen of Heaven. That's where I noticed it was different, because it doesn't say Queen of Heaven, it says Dulcimer, which is Sweet Maria, not Queen of Heaven. This is referring to the same person, though, but using different words. But it's hearken to a sinner's cry, and that's what makes it perfect for Dulcimer. Problem is, not the 6.5, because this Dulcimer does have a 6.5. This song uses a 7.5 as well as a 4.5 as well. I don't have those. So what do? You can either go up one or down one, play it for a while and see what works for you. So let's look at one of those passages. It's in the very first little segment. So let's see what we can do here. Let's play that 5, 8, 8, 7, 8, but we can do it the other way. Yeah, you don't want to play all 5, 8, 8, 8, 8, blah, right? So in this case, I probably still would go down to the 7. Again, why I would play that little passage there, 9, 8, 7, 8, 9, because otherwise it would be 3 8s in a row and there wouldn't be any differentiation. So most of these 7 pluses I am treating as a 7. How about the 4 pluses? It's in another line down, which is interesting. There's actually one it's got 6.5, 5, 4.5, 5, 6. Woo. Let's just try that. Oops. So 6, 5, 4, sorry, 6.5, 5, 4, 5, 6. Interesting, right? That's so interesting because it has the 6.5 first time and the second time it's just the 6. Really cool. I really like that sound. How about the 5, 4 plus 3? It could be. Or completely different. So that that whole line, there's just so many pluses in that line. It's kind of crazy. But let's just try the Mentia, that whole line there. That is haunting, so I'm going to leave that go. I believe I am just going to take all of these down one, a half step to the number involved in the half with the half. The only one I'm not going to is the 6 plus fret because I have that. All my other Dulcimer, I do have an 8.5 and a 1.5, and that's not going to help me at all anyway. So this is Virgin Tutu Amor. It is a prayer song, and so lovely. I'm glad I found that. There's also Pieta Signore. That's much further back in the book. I also didn't write the page number down. I do like that the first one, even though they penciled all through the book and I can't erase it, it has a lot of the Italian pronunciation. So that's helpful if I ever want to try and sing that with someone. Okay, so I feel like the other one is much further back. And it is just as penitential in English. Again, these may not be the best translations. I have found them elsewhere. Most of these songs are love songs, but there were these 2 prayer songs in here. I might have gone too far. Nope, here it is. So, Pieta Signore, O Lord, have mercy. O Lord, have mercy. And this is a really long one. You'll see I've upped my game into the much larger index cards to try and get these bad boys on there because they just were not fitting. And I did manage to fit this whole one on here. I was very impressed. Very impressed. It's a little tricky to play one that's so long on there. So I just have the beginning of this because this one's even longer and this may go to 2 cards. This is a much longer song. Let's see the English translation. Unfortunately, okay, here's the problem. This one is done in 3/4 again. Great. This particular composer, Alessandro Stradella, who apparently was murdered. There was first an attempted murder and then a later murder. Apparently he ran off with somebody's fiance. So this could be part of the song because it's "Oh Lord, have mercy." He's very well known for his harmonies, which we're not really playing his harmonies. We're again playing it in DAC, an Aeolian. So how are we going to do this? Well, if you really wanted the harmonies, get a couple more Dulcimer players. Or you could get somebody that would play the chords, but again, this is pretty high level, so I don't know. And the one thing I was concerned about was I guess there's a variation, but I don't know why I wouldn't change those notes. I've never seen that one little measure above the other measures. So the translation here, again, looking it up, you can find much different. These were all translated by H. Millard, and I don't know, copyrighted in 1914. So it tells you something about the timing of these translations. O Lord, have mercy, I call upon thee. Lord, hear my prayer, grant me thy favor, hear my prayer. Let not the hand with rigor fall, be wrathful never. Rigor. Don't want to be rigorous. No, wait, that's not the word. What is the word that somebody is always saying? Rigid. Don't be rigid. Sorry, it was just cracking me up. Be wrathful never, forgiving ever. Shed thy light upon me. Lord, hear my call. Oh, hear my call. May I ne'er merit that in perdition my soul may languish, but may contrition and thy grace heal all. It goes on for page after page. It is a very penitential song. So hopefully he was forgiven. Whew. I say a little prayer for Alessandro, our friend. But this has, again, it's trying the 6.5s and 7.5s. There's an 8.5. There's a 10.5. So we're going to probably use the same thing to adapt to this song, where we just stick with the root number and don't add the half step at all. But it has very similar number combinations to the other one. So I'm thinking they're more common in Italian songs. Let's try this. Again, I'm not really strumming the dulcimer strum. If you do that, it's going to probably completely change it and take it to a whole nother level. I'm a very simple player. Really not adding in the rhythm yet. I'm just kind of getting used to the notes, but you can see how penitential it is. Anyway, I thought these Italian arias sounded amazing on the dulcimer. I just wanted to share that with you. What kind of book is this? Seriously, was originally $3.50. I found it at that basement sale at the Maryville Library. 24 songs and Italian songs and arias. Let's see. It says for medium high voice was library volume 1722, but this was medium low voice, library volume 1723. It was published by G. Schirmer in New York/London. It was originally copyrighted in 1894. The renewal was done in 1926 and in 1948, published in the USA. Well, there's that. And here is, I'm going to hold up for you, the list of songs in this book. The table of contents is done very well because at least it has dot, dot, dots. So composer, dot, dot, dots. You can see this was somebody's personal book that they were assigned to learn. I do believe they were assigned to the vocal parts. It's your standard sheet music book. Other than that weird thing I saw earlier, which does happen again, it has a different line every now and then. See, it's just a couple measures above the other measures. I don't normally sing Italian arias, so I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what to tell you. So this is vocal and piano. I think it's mostly the same translations. Wait, I might have just seen a different translation. Dr. Theodore Baker. Is he the one that did them all? Yeah, it looks like it's all Dr. Theodore Baker. I wonder why I didn't say that in the introduction, but that's it. Yeah, that extra higher measure is there a lot. Again, I don't normally sing Italian opera songs. It is interesting because this something we're doing. They weren't sure of the dates of his death. Now they're very sure of this. They found records that show that he did die in 1682. The music is timeless. It's just beautiful, penitential. Except the prayer songs. The other songs are very much about broken hearts and love. So you can see why they sound great on the Dulcimer. I guess that's all. Friends, may God bless you and keep you. May He make His face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. If you have any questions, put in the comments below. And may the good Lord bless you. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.